I'm in a much better mood today, even though I still have this huge dot on my face. And my mom's probably going to point it out when we go to dinner tonight. So, here's the thing. I found a club that I actually think sounds interesting. It's called the Sports Media Club, and basically it's about sports. So, that's really the only thing that I need, and it's about sports. So, there. Bam, perfect for me. So what happened today? I had my history of rock class, and then immediately after that, I went to go study for differential equations, and then I took my differential equations exam. I did that. I still have statics homework that I need to do before tonight is over and print out my resume, so that way tomorrow I can go to the career fair, even though I'm not going to get a career in any of the fields that are there, and it probably would have been better if I went to the one today, but I just signed up for the one tomorrow because I didn't want to miss any of my classes when I initially signed up for it, and now and it's really, I guess I could have undone it, but I'm too lazy. Whatever. Waivers went through in fantasy football. I kind of want to have like a fantasy football talk show because I think about it so much and I talk about it so much, and I even watched an hour-long video about fantasy football last night. It was mostly a podcast. In fact, it was a podcast, but like people like okay, you can definitely listen to it. There, you don't need to watch any of it, but there's still video anyways. I don't know what you would call that. I will tell you that the people on there have such good. The main guy who was talking has such a good voice, and I don't think I have that great of a voice. And what's funny is like when they tell me, "Yeah, well, I lost my one matchup because blank didn't do well," and I'm like, "That's crazy." So even if you know, it really goes to show, even if you know a ton about football, like you are not guaranteed to do well in fantasy football. It's pretty much random. Like last year, I think you could argue it's one of the greatest pickups of all time. I picked Cooper Kupp like 50 something, and he ended up being the top scorer, like even above all quarterbacks, which is nuts. So that happened. He was the top scorer in the league that I was in, basically anybody's league, unless it's super weird rules. And they were talking about, oh yeah, well, if you pick like the best wide receiver at number 5, and if you pick Stephon Diggs number 5, and he ends up being wide receiver number 1, then you could win your league. And I'm like, how did I not win then? If I picked Cooper Kupp at 51st or 52nd, it was 50 something, I think. And how did I not win that then? Whatever. I'll stop talking about fantasy football. I know my mom doesn't like it. See, this is like I literally already spent 2 minutes talking about fantasy football, and I haven't even said everything, and I cut myself off, which is crazy. I need to do my statics homework. All right. I just hit the freaking thing. Okay, today we have Sam McDowell, Artis Gilmore, Bob Huggins, Sidney Moncrief, and Cecil Fielder. All right, this is 2019. Whoa. Okay. UCLA overcomes a 32-point deficit to defeat... Wait, did I say 2019 or 2013? Well, it's 2019, so only 3 years ago. UCLA overcomes a 32-point deficit to defeat Washington State 67-63 in Pullman, Washington. The Bruins are 0-3 heading into the contest and trail 49-17 early in the third quarter. A Kyle Phillips punt return for a touchdown puts UCLA up 60-56 with 7 minutes 31 seconds left to play. You're telling me they scored in like a quarter? They scored 43 points? That's insane. Washington State quarterback Anthony Gordon throws his 9th touchdown pass of the game, an NCAA record, to his team ahead 63-60 with 6 minutes 11 seconds left. The Bruins rally again and win on a 15-yard touchdown pass from Dorian Thompson to Demetrius Felton with a minute 7 remaining. I think Demetrius Felton might be in the NFL, but I'm not so sure about that. I don't know any of the people. Also, yesterday I said Gay LaFleur, and it was his name was definitely not Gay. It said Guy. I just misread it. And then what's even funnier about that is that I said, yeah, I pronounced everybody's name correctly. And I was like, I think I said Gay, and then I laughed at it when I was editing it in. I could have said Guy and put like Guy in text, but I'm very lazy, so I didn't do that. In fact, I'm so lazy, I'm going to cut this video short. Outro.